In a tranquil village nestled between ancient mountains and lush forests, there lived a wise old monk named Tenzin. Revered by the villagers for his profound wisdom and serene demeanor, Tenzin was often visited by those seeking enlightenment and peace. One particular day, a young man named Arun approached the monastery, his heart burdened with negativity and despair. His mind was a whirlpool of anger and frustration, stemming from failures, disappointments, and misunderstandings. He hoped that Tenzin could help him find some solace. As Arun sat in front of the old monk, he poured out his grievances, expecting to be met with advice or solutions. Instead, Tenzin simply watched him quietly, his eyes kind and attentive. Once Arun had finished, Tenzin spoke softly. Imagine your mind as a clear lake. Each negative thought is akin to a stone thrown into the water, creating ripples that disturb the serenity. How do we restore the calmness of the lake? Before Arun could respond, Tenzin continued, "We can neither stop life from throwing stones, nor can we retrieve those already sunk. The key is to let the ripples subside on their own by not giving them power over us." The monk then handed Arun a small bamboo flute. "Play this," he instructed, "whenever negativity clouds your mind. Allow the music to guide your thoughts, much like how a gentle breeze clears the surface of a disturbed lake." Intrigued, Arun took the flute and promised to practice what Tenzin had taught him. Over the weeks, Arun found solace in the melodies he created. Whenever negative thoughts crept in, he would sit by the lake, playing the flute, watching the ripples slowly fade away. Gradually, Arun learned to accept life's challenges without allowing them to overshadow his peace. The villagers noticed a change in him. He was calmer, more content, and exuded an inner peace that resonated with those around him. Arun often shared Tenzin's lesson with others, spreading tranquility throughout the village. Years later, as a much older and wiser man, Arun would sometimes return to the monastery to sit with Tenzin in silence, the flute resting by his side. A testament to the enduring simplicity and power of a clear mind, Tenzin's teaching had not just helped him overcome negativity, but had given him a lifelong tool to nurture his own sense of peace and balance. In the serene temple atop a misty mountain, Master Li was known for his profound wisdom and gentle demeanor. His students came from far and wide to learn the art of meditation and inner peace. One chilly morning, a troubled soul named Jean arrived at the temple, burdened by the weight of his own negativity. Jean had come in search of solace, his mind clouded with doubt, anger, and countless regrets. Master Li welcomed him with a kind smile. "To find peace, you must first understand what disturbs you," he said, offering Jean a simple broom. "Sweep the leaves in the garden," instructed the master, "and pay attention to each motion." Confused, Jean took to the task, brushing the fallen leaves with mechanical strokes. As he swept, his mind raced with thoughts of failure and self-loathing. Hours passed, and the garden seemed boundless, just like Jin's turmoil. The next day, Master Li observed Jin's work, sensing the frustration behind every flourish of the broom. "Why do you sweep the leaves, Jin?" Master Li asked. "Because you told me to," Jin replied, irritation tinged in his voice. "No, Jin," Master Li smiled. "Like the leaves, what burdens you will return unless you find a different approach. Kindly sweep them with purpose, not duty." Pondering these words, Jin returned to the garden. He began to sweep again, this time with mindful intent. He listened to the sound of leaves brushing the earth, felt the push and pull of energy through the broom, and noticed how with each passing moment, his mind quieted. As days went by, Jin started to see the beauty in letting go without force. The negative thoughts appeared less frequently. When they did, he let them drift like the leaves in the autumn breeze. One evening, sitting by the flickering candlelight in the meditation hall, Jin asked, "Master, what if the leaves never stop falling? Masterly looked at him kindly. Life is like an endless garden, Gene. Chaos and calm coexist. They need not conquer each other. But within you lies a space of peace untouched by the seasons. Through persistent patience and reflection, Gene learned to dance gracefully amidst life's trials. His laughter returned, clear and free, echoing through the temple halls. Gene remained at the temple, eager to assist others on their journeys, passing on the lesson that transformed his own heart. For he had discovered within himself a tranquility that no storm could shake, understanding that true peace comes not in avoiding the leaves, but in learning to dance with them. In a serene monastery nestled high in the Himalayas, there lived a wise monk named Tashi. The monastery was known for its tranquility, but Tashi noticed an unusual surge of negativity among the monks. The chatter was filled with complaints about the cold, the difficult meditations, and the monotonous tasks. Concerned for his fellow monks, Tashi decided it was time to address this pervasive negativity. One misty morning, as the bell tolled for meditation, Tashi gathered the monks in the hall. With a gentle but firm voice, he began to speak. Brothers, I see that shadows of doubt and negativity have stolen into our hearts. To overcome this, I ask you to trust in the power of perspective, he said, gesturing to a large loom in the corner of the room. Astonished, the monks gathered around as Tashi explained that each thread on the loom represented a thought, and together they wove the tapestry of one's mind. Our lives are woven from our thoughts, Tashi continued. While some threads are dark, others are bright. We must intentionally weave in threads of positivity to create a beautiful tapestry. To demonstrate, Tashi invited each monk to contribute a positive experience or thought to the loom every evening. To begin, Tashi related his own story of how the cool breeze at dawn reminded him of life's fleeting beauty. Inspired, the other monks began sharing as well. One spoke of the warmth shared during communal meals, another of the peacefulness of a distant bird's song. As days turned into weeks, the tapestry on the loom began to transform. More bright colors appeared, representing the collective positivity that was slowly replacing the negativity. The act of contributing turned into a cherished evening ritual, bonding the monks and redirecting their energy toward gratitude and positivity. The change in the monastery was palpable. Tasks that once felt burdensome now seemed like opportunities for mindfulness. The cold that once bit at exposed fingers now felt invigorating. Meditation, once a challenge, became a doorway to deeper self-awareness. Through his inventive lesson, Tashi had shown the monks how focusing on positive thoughts could transform not just their own minds, but their shared environment. In teaching his brothers to weave positivity into their lives, he helped them see that the loom of life is in their hands, each thread a choice, weaving together a harmonious and radiant existence.